like a pro. You thought.
What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Brandi Beauty TV. Look, if you have not subscribed yet and you enjoy my content, you enjoy everything that goes down on this channel, Lord have mercy. Now y'all really not gonna subscribe. If you enjoy the content on this channel and you like what you see and you want to see more of it, go ahead and subscribe so you can get notifications and stuff, when I post. And we just have a lot of fun on this channel. It's all about hair care, it's about love, it's about just about all the good things. It's about beauty, education. We make it fun, we make it enjoyable, and we make it interesting. So if you want to see all the little behind the scenes that kind of goes on in the salon, go ahead and subscribe. All right. So today, y'all, I have my client. Her name is Amber, and y'all, she's about to get married. And she's about to marry my cousin. So I am so excited. I just love her to pieces. She's so sweet and she's such a joy to be around. So Amber, if you're watching this, girl, I'm so excited for you guys. Welcome to the fam. So y'all, this is actually Amber's third session with me. So we did her first session. What was that? I definitely know it was like towards like the brink of the pandemic. Like as soon as hell kind of broke loose. So that was around the time we did her first session, and then we did another session after that. So it was 2 sessions. So we've done 2 already. I can't remember the time frame, but I definitely know it's definitely been over a year. So here we are again for her annual touch-up, and she wants a little bit more blonde, but she still wants to keep the dimension that she has. So I'm going to go in with this really simple and quick yet effective placement, and I'm going to share that with you guys. And I am going to be using of course, traditional lightener to achieve this look, but I'm also going to throw in a mid shade in there as well. So we're going to actually be adding some permanent color to her blend, just so we can kind of break up the blonde and just how dark her hair is. We kind of want to throw in a mid shade in there because, as you can see, pretty much all her hair color has grown out, and it's kind of like towards like mid shaft towards the end. So we just want to freshen her up a little bit. Alrighty guys, so for Amber's placement, I am doing a 4-part basic balayage placement, and I'm going to add a few foils too. For her highlight, I'm going to be using Blonde Solutions and 20 Volume Developer. For her half light or the mid shade, I'm going to be using 8N and 20 Volume. And for her global toner, once everything gets done processing, I'm going to use an alkaline toner because I kind of want to shift the color just a tad. And alkaline toners would do that, but acidic toners won't. So you'll normally find that your cream toners, or your demi colors, if they're cream, then they are more so alkaline, and your liquids are your acidic. Okay. So I mixed the Wella Color Touch Demi Color and 9-86, 9-75, 9-0, and I used 13 Volume Developer. I would have used a lower developer, but I ran out. So the 13 was fine. I just didn't let it process as long as I would the lower developer. So anyways, I'm going to be doing, some of them are going to be open air process, and then I'm going to take another subsection, do a half light in that, and I'm going to be foiling it, and then I'm going to take another subsection after that, and I'm going to put those highlights inside of a foil. So even though I'm using the same formula for the open air highlights and the ones in the foil, they're going to process totally different. Normally when you do open air processing, you're only going to get about 4 to 6 levels of lift. But if you wrap it in a foil, it's going to be more intense. You're going to get a little bit brighter. And so for me to get that blend that I was going for, I decided to do some open, some in the foil. And then I also, of course, wanted her half light to process fully. I really wanted to get it, you know, nice and as bright as it possibly could be. And of course, I didn't want it to also rub off on the other balayage highlights that were going to be open air. So by putting those inside of the foils, we're going to get a little bit more lift, and it's really going to get that brightness that she's going for. So now we on to this beautiful money piece. And if you're new to this channel, y'all, I love a good money piece. Now, it's not always necessary. Sometimes I just do it just because I love the brightness that it gives around the face. But the thing that I also love about the money piece is that you can really, really customize it for everybody. Some people don't want a super thick money piece. They would like it a little bit more thin. You can have it to where it kind of frames the entire hairline. You can just do it to where you just have a little bit, you know, so many different ways you can go with the money piece. So everybody can have that sun-kissed look all the time. You know, who doesn't want to be sun-kissed 365 days of the year? I know I would, but I don't have time for hair color on my hair just because I don't really have the time to keep up with it. But I know for most clients, everybody kind of wants that nice sun-kissed look. Even if it's muted, you still want to just be a little bit brighter around the face if you're wearing blonde, that is, or a lighter color. So anyways, for Amber, I decided to go with a little bit thicker for her money piece. And I'm making sure I brush her color up, not the color, but the lightener up really, really softly into her roots. And her roots are also teased, because with the money piece, it can really, really look really bad, really, really easily. I mean, it's going to be like the focal point of her entire face. The first thing somebody sees when they see her is going to be that bold, like, piece of hair color. So you want to make sure that it looks as soft and organic and natural as possible, and that it marries with the rest of her color. And so as you can see, all of her color is now, you know, processing. We are finished. And y'all, it didn't take me any time to do this placement. I love this placement. And actually, the more sessions you do, the easier and the quicker your placements become, because at that point, we're pretty much just detailing the canvas. We already have a great base. We've already set the foundation for our color. So by the time you get to third session, or sometimes even the second session, depending on your target, you know, hair color goal, at that point, you're just detailing. So, you know, your sessions are quick and, well, quick for hair color, textured hair color, because doing textured hair is a total different ball game. That's a different video. But anyways, so her hair process, you know, really quick and easy. And I was really able to pinpoint, you know, the areas that needed a little bit more personality, a little bit more flavor. And yeah, so we done. Now, in addition to Amber's color, we also did an intensive repair mask as well. And those are really, really, really important, especially for the blonde girls. If you're a blonde and you are not treating your hair, stop the stress, honey. Treat your hair. You cannot leave blonde hair untreated. And especially in Amber's case, okay. Shout out to all the nurses out there, okay? Shout out to the nurses, but I know y'all hair be up under them little cap things most of the time, the protective wear, and those things are so drying to the hair, and especially in Amber's case. So she has blonde and she's also a nurse, so I have to be really, really, really strategic about how much blonde I give her. But luckily she comes into the salon frequently for maintenance, and she is really, really good about her home maintenance. So by the time I get ready to start blow drying and pressing her hair out, I can really, really see the health and integrity of her hair. And of course, when it's curly, it's always going to look a little bit more drier than what it actually is, just because curly hair looks a lot more duller. But that's why I always stress getting it blown out, getting it soaked out, so you can really see the state, trim it, make sure that porosity is good, and just make sure it's nice and strong and healthy. And Amber passed the test. Her hair looks good. It looks really, really good. I'm really, really pleased. And like I said, it's all about the health and it's all about the care. But she comes in and she lets me do my job, and then I also send her home with aftercare products so she can do hers. So it's a win-win. It's always a win-win. So y'all, it was this tweet going around. I totally forgot the person that initially tweeted the tweet, where it originally came from. But it was a lady, and she pretty much spoke to how, I guess I'll just read you what the tweet said. She said, "Bring back the stylists who do hair, or do real hair, or shampoo hair. These new stylists only want to lay lace." And y'all, It did spark a little controversy, just a little bit. It sparked a little controversy in the industry. But I just want to share my thoughts on that right quick. For one, I don't think there's anything wrong with the wigologists. I think they definitely have their place, and I definitely do think it takes a certain amount of skill and attention to detail to get that fabric to mimic real scalp. Because everybody ain't able. Now, for those just, that's just now starting out, that's one thing. But even so, I haven't seen that many lace wig or lace frontal installs that really, really, really look like some real hair. And sometimes I've seen them where they look so good, and even if it's lace, you're like, that's some good lace. Like, that look good. But she was basically just upset. I was, what am I gonna say? Upset, but maybe a little flustered at the fact that nobody shampoos hair anymore, and the things that were once considered a part of the service are now a luxury. Shampoo and conditioner is now something you have to ask for or request or read to see if it's included or not. Whereas back in the day, people used to you automatically knew that came with your service. Like, how dare you charge me to do my hair and not clean it? You kind of knew what to expect. But things have changed nowadays, and I see both sides. I see why stylists have started not shampooing hair, but I also feel as though we can't get away from sanitation. We can't get away from cleanliness. We can't get away from bacteriology. We can't get away from those things, because in school there are a number of things that we have to learn about: sterilization, sanitation, different skin infections and diseases, so many different things that can come from a hair salon. Of course, your hair is an appendage of your scalp. And so if your scalp isn't clean, if your scalp isn't maintained and cared for, then your hair won't be as well. So to neglect your hair up under wigs and stuff, and to go into a salon and they are only like rubbing some alcohol across your hairline to put down a new wig after you've been in an install for weeks at a time, it's questionable. It's a little questionable. It's very questionable. Now, I normally hold my tongue. I don't really speak on those things often, because it don't really make no difference to me. If you come into my salon, you gonna get your hair shampooed, because I'm not touching no nasty hair. I'm just not. I'm not touching no filthy scalp. I'm just not. I'm gonna know your hair is clean because I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make sure it's nice and clean. But just to know that there are stylists out there, and this doesn't, you know, take away from their talent. You know, licensed and talented, I feel like, are two total different things. You can be licensed and not be talented, and you can be talented and not be licensed. But to get away from just being clean, it's a little bothersome. So I don't know, y'all drop down in the comments, y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm sure we're going to be hearing a lot more about this, but the clients, you know, some of them are starting to kind of take a stance about it, but I really feel like we're going through a phase where it's being kind of separated. You know, those who don't mind missing edges and, you know, don't care it's not really their thing and stuff like that. You know, they might be okay with the not getting their hair shampooed and paying, you know, a boatload of money to get something glued on their face. And then you have those who are like, hey, I need a good scalp cleanse, you know, who are more so about the health of their scalp, the health of their hair. So yeah, y'all drop down in the comment section, let me know what y'all think about that. Okay, y'all, so I am spraying Miss Amber down with a little bit of holding spray and a little bit of laminate spray. Just give her a little light, you know, a little light sheen there. And I'm going to take all of her clips out, off camera, of course. And I'm just going to take my fingers through and just rake her hair. Really didn't have to use a comb because her hair just did what it was just giving what it needed to give. You know, I didn't have to use the comb. Not that I'm against using the comb. I love me a good bear claw comb or a good feather comb. You know, I live for it. Really separates the hair really nicely, the nice wide tooth combs. But sometimes your fingers are magical fingers, guys. Spirit fingers in the hair. So that's what I did for Amber, and it came out so good. Y'all see this girl color? It's like, wow. We have come such a long way. I'm talking about in regards of her health, the health of her hair, split ends. I mean, when she first came to me, we had to do a little bit of repair work first, but you can have color and you can have healthy hair, and at the same time, the two can definitely coexist. You just have to make sure you are in the right hands and that you're doing your part at home. So thank y'all again for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I love all of you guys, and I will see y'all in my next video.